Vokkaligas or the Lingayat communities. To this, you have the Karnataka Congress chief D.K. Shiv Kumar, who's gone on to say that the BJP government stands exposed. Parallelly, you had the Bommai-led government, who's also told the Supreme Court that it will put on hold the implementation of scrapping of 4% quota for Muslims until the next hearing. The next hearing, as far as the top court is concerned, will happen on the 9th of May. Until then, status quo for the quota, which remains at 4%, will continue. But here's a big CNN News 18 exclusive. While speaking to CNN News 18's Harish Upadhyay, the Union Home Minister Amit Shah has reiterated his stand on the Muslim reservation and called it unconstitutional. Let's listen in.
सिद्धरामैया जी एक तरफ कहते हैं कि हम वापस आएंगे तो मुस्लिम रिजर्वेशंस देंगे, दूसरी तरफ कुछ विवादात्मक स्टेटमेंट्स देते हैं लिंगायत कम्युनिटी के बारे में। आपके राय में ये इलेक्शंस पर कैसा असर पड़ेगा सर?
देखिए, मुस्लिम रिजर्वेशन गैर संवैधानिक है। कांग्रेस पार्टी ने तुष्टीकरण के लिए मुस्लिम रिजर्वेशन रखा था। हमने मुस्लिम रिजर्वेशन को हटाकर वोक्कलिगा, लिंगायत, एससी, एसटी और ओबीसी समाज के रिजर्वेशन को बढ़ाया है। मैं मानता हूं कि कोई भी पार्टी गैर संवैधानिक काम नहीं कर सकती है। वोट बैंक की राजनीति के लिए कांग्रेस ने किया है। निश्चित रूप से कर्नाटक की जनता मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में डबल इंजन सरकार बनाने जा रही है।
So let's first help our viewers understand what really is happening and why is the quota row back in limelight as far as Karnataka is concerned. Let's first talk about what really has been the move and the rationale as far as the Bommai government is concerned. Now, you would remember that the Baswaraj Bommai government in fact scrapped the 4% Muslim quota. So when they took the 4% Muslim quota, they split that 4% between communities that have a lot of hold as far as politics and electoral success in Karnataka is concerned. That 4% was then split between the Vokkaligas and the Lingayats. There's also now a petition that has been moved against the government's decision. What we're understanding today is that the Supreme Court in fact has put the decision on the quota on hold, and the next hearing as far as this decision is slated for the 9th of May. And as of now, the government has agreed to not implement this decision. But let's first understand how the entire reservation dynamics even look like as far as the backward classes are concerned, and what the numbers were earlier and what they look like as far as the changes are concerned. So as you can see on your screens, as far as the backward classes are concerned, the quota as of now was 4%, that still remains. Other backward class was also 15%, that also stays. Muslims were at 4%, that has now become 0 because that 4% has been taken as far as the Vokkaligas and the Lingayats are concerned. So how does that currently look like? For the Vokkaligas, it was earlier 4%. With an addition of 2%, that becomes 6%. The Lingayats were at 5%. An additional 2% means they become 7%. The scheduled castes were 15%. That becomes now 17%. So that's how the entire reservation numbers currently look like as far as Karnataka is concerned. And this has resulted into a big political war of words. We just got you that exclusive of the Home Minister, in fact, speaking to us here at CNN News 18, reiterating their stand and saying that when the Congress says they want to bring back the quota, that's unconstitutional. Let's bring in Harish, who in fact brought us that exclusive conversation. So Harish, the Home Minister has not minced any words. He in fact has reiterated the government and the BJP stand. What is the BJP's thinking as far as the Muslim quota is concerned? Harish, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, please.
I understand, Harish, there's a lot of noise around you. We just heard that exclusive conversation that you brought to us, the Home Minister reiterating the stand as far as the Muslim quota is concerned, saying it was unconstitutional. What is the thinking within the BJP?
Well, remember, this has been BJP's biggest argument. They are saying that Muslim reservation in the first place was unconstitutional and it was done for appeasement. You had Mr. Deve Gowda, the former Prime Minister, saying his party had done it because there were multiple reports that spoke about the backwardness of the Muslim community, and that was the argument. But now you have Home Minister Mr. Amit Shah saying that was unconstitutional, it was done for appeasement, and there is no way any party can do anything unconstitutional and get away with it. He is saying that although that reservation has been removed, a lot of other communities, whether it's the Lingayats, the Vokkaligas, the SC/ST and the OBC, all of those communities have been given reservation, and Muslims will be moved or have been moved to the economically weaker section, 10% reservation that has been earmarked, and they will get more reservation there, in fact, than the 4% that they were already getting. So the BJP arguing that the nomenclature of this reservation itself was unconstitutional, went unchallenged for a long time, and the BJP wants to set it right, and that's primarily the reason why the government has cancelled it. Remember, the Congress has been promising people that if it comes back to power, it will cancel those decisions taken by Basuraj Bommai government just a week before elections were announced, one of which is cancellation of 4% reservation for Muslims. And Congress believes that it could get more votes. There might be a mass movement of Muslim voters towards the Congress, along with the OBC and the SC right. They could form a formidable chunk for the Congress. That's the electoral calculation of the Congress party, but the BJP saying that's not the case. Remember, he makes a significant point while talking to us. Mr. Amit Shah says, irrespective of how Karnataka has voted in the past on caste lines, this time round, he is seeing a new constituency of Labharthis, the beneficiaries, especially the working class, the poor class, backing Modi in several other states. And he says, I see that in Karnataka too. He says, even in a small center like Yadgir, if there can be such a huge crowd turnout for the BJP, it reflects the popularity of Prime Minister Modi, his government schemes, and those who will turn into vote share and seat gain for the BJP. That's the assessment that Mr. Amit Shah has. Remember,
Harish, even as the BJP is extremely confident of its performance, especially in areas that really haven't traditionally been their stronghold, just as far as this reservation politics or row is concerned, the question that's being raised by the BJP to the Congress is that when you say that you're voted back to power, you'll get the Muslim quota back, but where will you reduce it? Will you reduce it from the Lingayats or the Vokkaligas? Has the Congress responded to that?
Well, the Congress is saying that we will ensure we take everyone together and we will expand the reservation base itself. Remember, that's a bigger challenge for the Congress party if it comes to power, because it's not just the Muslims who are seeking in a way reservation being given back to them. There is also a bigger demand by the Kuruba community. That's the community Siddaramaiah represents. They're demanding that they be moved out of OBC, be taken in the ST cluster. You already have internal reservation itself throwing us several problems. You have several communities like the Lambanis demanding a higher reservation and saying this present demand, present metrics actually is something that puts them at a disadvantage. So the Congress, although is saying that it will set it right, there is no concrete plan coming in from the Congress party. It could be Pandora's box being opened if the Congress party tries to rework this reservation metrics. But we will have to see if what the BJP has done will be beneficial for the Congress. Will there be an en masse vote transfer of the Muslims, the Vokkaligas and the SC right because of this reservation decision? That's what we'll have to watch.
Okay, Harish, we'll leave the conversation there. Thanks a lot for getting us all those details and that exclusive conversation that you had with the Home Minister as well. Let's also now bring in our guests. We already have political analyst Sumansi Raman joining us. We'll shortly be joined by our other guests as well. Suman, good to have you with us here on CNN News 18 this evening. The reservation row is back just as we inch closer to those elections in Karnataka. Now, this entire move by the BJP government, we've discussed about it, of them reducing or taking away the Muslim quota and dividing it between the Vokkaligas and the Lingayats. How did you see that move? Do you think that's a move that will work in the favor as far as the BJP is concerned?
No, I think the very fact that it was done exactly a few weeks before the election showed the political opportunism in the move. And it was clear as crystal that this would be at the very least stayed by the Supreme Court, because already the quota in Karnataka has exceeded the 50% mark of the Indira Sawhney case. So there was very little chance that it would pass. The whole purpose of putting this out was very likely to sort of appeal to the core Hindutva voter by saying, see, we are taking away quotas from the Muslims. So I think that move was expected to fail, and it has failed. In any case, the Congress has already announced that if they come to power, they will be revoking this decision. it's very likely that the JDS also would be in favor of revoking the decision simply because it was originally passed when at the time of Mr. Deve Gowda. So I think that very clearly it's a cynical attempt to polarize the electorate. And it's good that the Honorable Supreme Court has today stayed this matter, and not only stayed. I mean, some of the comments that have been passed about the this attempt by the honorable judges of the court could indicate, what's in store for this quota, even once the hearing gets completed. But for now, until May 9th, they will have to be status quo. This quota cannot be removed, and no appointments can be made without this quota. So I think that's a fair situation right now. I see this more as a setback for the BJP, but then they should have anticipated it. Had they wanted to really do this for the propriety, as they claim, saying that it is an unconstitutional thing, they could have done it 2 years ago. They could have done it 3 years ago. Why on the eve of the election?
So, Sumant, you are saying the timing is questionable as far as you think the intent of the BJP is concerned. We just had one second, Sumant, I just want to understand this. We just had an exclusive conversation with the Home Minister where he's once again reiterated and said that this entire move was unconstitutional. We stand by our decision, which is to take away this quota and split it between Vokkaligas and the Lingayats. Parallelly, there is, yes, a legal battle that's taking place. There is status quo till the 9th of May. But in politics, a lot depends as far as optics is concerned. Considering the fact you have the BJP who's gone out there and said that we will be making changes as far as the reservation is concerned, don't you think that will have an impact as far as the voter is concerned?
No, I don't think that these, 2% additionally to the Lingayats and Vokkaligas would massively sway their vote. I mean, the BJP does get the bulk of the Lingayat vote. That too is in jeopardy this time, thanks to what's happened to Lakshman Savadi and Jagdish Shettar and so on. But the point is more important. Look, if you have come up with a report which says that Muslims no longer are backward, and we have done a study, and here is the report, and because of this we are taking away this quota, at least there would be a fig leaf behind which the government can hide. Now, on what basis, without any new report, and there are multiple reports which over the years have established that Muslims are amongst the poorest and most deserving among the OBC categories. So when you have a report which says that they are genuinely backward, and you don't have a fresh report or a study which says that they are no longer backward in Karnataka, on what basis is such a decision taken? So this is a very obvious question. So I think that this is a controversy that the BJP need not have got into. But I think it's also, if a reason is also that they are sensing the ground slipping away in Karnataka as far as the assembly elections are concerned. And these are the last minute attempts in the last few weeks of running up to the election to try and retrieve some lost ground, maybe polarize the electorate further, and somehow hope that you can put up a good show.
Just playing the devil's advocate, Sumant, as far as these exits that have happened or people jumping ship, that's a given for every election, for every state as far as politics is concerned. There's nothing really new. So you do see certain people, shifting sides. So I don't know how much of that will have an impact as far as the electoral success is concerned. But just going back to the question that the Home Minister has raised, that even if the Congress says they will be revoking the decision, where will this entire reservation will come from? Will they look at overarching, increasing the quota reservation? I don't know if that will be even possible. Sumant, I'll just request you to stay on with us. I also want to bring in the former Chancellor of the Maulana Azad National Urdu University, Firoz Bhakt, who's also now joining us on the broadcast. Firoz ji, how do you see this development that has come in? The Home Minister has reiterated the decision as far as taking away the Muslim quota is concerned, and he's gone one step forward, in fact, calling the entire move unconstitutional as far as even plans of the Congress party are concerned.
All right, I hope you can listen to me.
We can hear you.
All right, thank you so much. You see, problem with reservation is that people want it on the basis of religion, which is unconstitutional and illegal. Right. Now, in my view, if you want to give any reservation should be between haves and have-nots. From all sections, even if a Brahmin is very poor, he should be given reservation. And if a Dalit brother is rich, he should not be or she should not be given reservation. One thing. Second thing is, so far as quotas are concerned, quotas actually make people, not active and creative. quotas are just like crutches. And if you give quotas to any community, whether to Muslims or Dalits, to anyone, I am not, for that matter of fact, in favor of any of the reservations, because reservations, and let me tell you something very important, draft 491, when it was discussed in 1949 between between Sri Rajgopalachari, Sardar Patel, there were 5 other Muslim MPs who voted against reservation, including the first freedom fighter and the first education minister of India, that is Bharat Ratna Maulana Abul Kalam Azad. He was not, and all these 5 Muslim, Begum Azad, Rasool, Salim, many others. So they said that reservations will cripple the community, and later on, the Congress leader, Mr. Jawaharlal Nehru, also stated that reservations will actually create a wedge between Muslims and the government. So reservations is not the answer. Work hard, be talented, be meritorious, and make your dent felt.
So you're saying you're against as far as any quota is concerned, because you feel that as far as the voter on the ground is concerned, they've gone beyond as far as reservation is concerned. Suman, do you agree with that argument, that voter on the ground today has gone beyond reservation? If that was the case, why do we see every political party trying to cater to a vote bank that we know could have an impact as far as the numbers are concerned?
No, I think that there are 2 very clear distinctions that one has to make. If reservation is to exist, and I believe that it is certainly required, then it has the benefits must go to those who really deserve the benefits of reservation, who need the reservation. Now, the point is very simple. Are Muslims as a community considered as backward socially, educationally, and economically? Now, there are very clear criteria defined, and multiple reports across different states in India have come to the same conclusion, that Muslims are backward socially, educationally, and economically, on par with OBCs, or even worse off than Hindu OBC communities. Now, when you have that as a situation, if you are to give reservation, you have to have a uniform policy. You can't say Muslims may be more backward than OBC Hindus, but we won't give them reservation because reservation cannot be given on the basis of religion. That doesn't make sense. So I think that, look, the reservation is given for a specific purpose.
Okay.
And as long as it reaches those who need the benefits of reservation, nobody should have any problem, irrespective of how it is actually given. Everything else is politics. Everything else is an attempt to polarize the communities.
Okay, everything else is politics. We leave the conversation there. Sumant and Feroz, always a pleasure speaking to you. We'll have to see how any of this actually plays out when the voter turns out, and within weeks we'll have the decision as far as Karnataka is concerned. Our colleagues are already on the ground getting you the biggest voices and the best ground reports. CNN News 18's Pallavi Ghosh spoke to local residents and some fishermen in the Karwar area of Uttar Kannada. Now, Karwar is considered a stronghold of the BJP, but in this election, even the Congress is hoping to make a dent. Let's take a look.
This is where I get you the piece of elections, and this is Karwar. Now, Karwar is a coastal area. It actually lies in Uttar Kannada, and as you can make out, it's not just a beach resort or a tourist spot, but it's also an important hub of fishing activity over here. So what are really the election issues? Well, election issues are more or less the same almost everywhere. Local issues, I remember at one point of time over here, there was a lot of resistance to setting up of a port, which was actually put on hold because the people felt that this is something which would affect their livelihood. Subhash, young fisherman over here. Subhash, elections भी आ रहे हैं यहाँ पे, but आप young हो, क्या चाहते हो आप? यहाँ पे क्या है इशू? क्या ऐसा चाहते हो जो इस बार आपको प्रॉमिस किया गया है या और आप चाहते हो कि पूरा हो?
यहाँ के एक ही प्रॉब्लम है मैडम, इधर के सेकंड स्टेज सागरमाल है, उस फिशरमैन को बहुत प्रॉब्लम होता है।
क्या प्रॉब्लम होता है?
वो सेकंड स्टेज हुआ तो लोकल का फिशरमैन नहीं रहता है इसका, वो इधर बंदर में बड़ा होता है, इसमें उधर तक जाता है बंदर, नेक्स्ट में इधर लोकल वाले का हमारे को छोटा सा फिशिंग नहीं मिलता है।
अच्छा, ये बात भी चलती है ना सुभाष, बीच बीच में कुछ लोग कहते हैं कि ये गोवा के नजदीक है और इसके कुछ ऐसे टापू है या आइलैंड्स हैं, उसको गोवा में डाल दो। आपको अच्छा लगेगा ऐसा हुआ तो? अगर आपका कारोबार से
कर्नाटका एरिया से गोवा से कैसे मिल जाएंगे?
तो कारवार इन कर्नाटका
कर्नाटका है।
कारवार रहना चाहिए कर्नाटका में।
कर्नाटक
यही आप कह रहे हैं यहाँ पे। ओके। अब मैं और आई वांट टू ट्राई टू स्पीक टू सम मोर पीपल ओवर हियर मुझे सराउंडिंग में। यहाँ पे मैं जो सवाल सुभाष से अभी पूछ रही थी कि कुछ लोगों का कहना ये है, गोवा के कुछ लोगों का भी कहना ये है कि कारवार को गोवा में शामिल कर दो, बेलगावी का बात चलता है कि महाराष्ट्र में शामिल कर दो। ये कनाडा प्राइड, ये इम्पोर्टेंट होता है, तो कारवार इन कर्नाटका रहना चाहिए।
मैडम कर्नाटका रहना चाहिए, कारवार।
क्यों?
मतलब ये अच्छा है, पहले से इधर फिशरमैन सभी कन्नड़ा ही बोलते हैं, बाद में मदर टंग भी कन्नड़ा ही है इधर, और वो साइड पे थोड़ा कोंकणी है इधर, इसीलिए वो लोग चाहते हैं कि गोवा थोड़ा इसमें बॉर्डर के उधर आ जाए, ऐसा सोच रहे हैं वो लोग।
You know, a lot of stress दिया जा रहा है कि फिशरमैन का जो लाइफ हो, लाइफ थोड़ा सा मॉडर्नाइजेशन हो। इस बार जब इलेक्शंस हो रहे हैं, क्या ये आपकी एक मांग होगी कि हमारा लाइफस्टाइल मॉडर्न हो, या हमारे पास जो फैसिलिटीज़ है उसका भी मॉडर्नाइजेशन हो, या हम और किसी और जगह भी बेच पाएँ, डेवलपमेंट हो?
हाँ मैडम, हो जाए डेवलपमेंट हो जाए, चाहिए हमको ऐसा डेवलपमेंट।
क्या चाहिए डेवलपमेंट की, क्या चाहिए?
मतलब अब इधर थोड़ा पॉलिटिक्स चल रहा है मैडम, ऐसा ही।
पॉलिटिक्स तो इलेक्शन में चलेगा
ऐसे, मतलब मैडम इधर हमको थोड़ा रेट नहीं मिल रहा है मच्छी को, इसलिए थोड़ा तकलीफ हो रहा है।
हाँ। तो आप उसको वोट दोगे जो तुमको अच्छा रेट देगा?
हाँ मैडम।
Okay. So that's so this just proves that at the end of the day, whatever the politicians say, it's the local issues which matter. But why am I talking about Karwar this time around? Because I'm beginning my journey of Karnataka elections actually from Karwar. I'm going to move on to North Karnataka. The issue over here is not just that some leaders are saying, okay, it should become a part of Goa, but also this is considered to be a strong belt of the BJP. The beginning of the saffron surge, so to say, in Karnataka, or the strong Hindutva belt, is actually begins from Karnataka and it moves on to northern Karnataka and so on and so forth.
Let's also bring you some more voices and some other ground reports as well. Ahead of polls in Karnataka, there are multiple electoral issues that the state's younger generation is also looking at. They're looking at better opportunities academically, for jobs as well, enhanced infrastructure as well. CNN News 18 Swastika Das speaks to students and listens to their concerns.
We are in Kalaburgi to understand the mood of the voters even as political temperatures in poll-bound Karnataka continue to soar. And we are coming to you from Gulbarga University here in Kalaburgi district, joined by some really bright students here. So Varsha is joining me. Varsha, hi. I want to understand in your university, what are the issues that are plaguing you right now?
एक ही टाइप का क्या इश्यूज नहीं है, सीवियर इश्यूज so many are there. Like we have no permanent faculties in our university, Gulbarga University. It is running only under the chairman and guide, and all the research students are taking the classes and all. There is no this is proper permanent faculty in the university over here.
Okay. Varsha was telling me that university lacks teachers. What are the other main concerns? As I was taking a walk around your university, the building seemed very old. Do you think the infrastructure also needs a complete change?
Yes, madam, absolutely. We have very backward area here, and also building is very low quality building, already construction. But there is no, we are very conditioned to live there.
Okay. In terms of jobs, you know, development is one big issue. जो कलबुर्गी में मैंने इतने लोगों से बात किया है, वो कहते हैं कि डेवलपमेंट नहीं है ये रीजन का. पहले जो हैदराबाद कर्नाटका रीजन कहते थे, इसे अभी कल्याणा कर्नाटका कहते हैं. स्पेशल फंड्स भी है स्टेट के लिए यहाँ पे, बट कुछ डेवलपमेंट है. डू यू थिंक डेवलपमेंट होना चाहिए? और
सरकार के जो यहाँ के जन प्रतिनिधि है ना, उन लोगों को क्या है अच्छी तरह से डिवाइडेशन कर और डेवलपमेंट करना चाहिए फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल.
जॉब्स के बारे में अगर बात करें तो जॉब अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ है यहाँ पे?
यहाँ पे तो नहीं है मैडम. वो अच्छे कंपनी होना चाहिए यहाँ पे तो कंपनी नहीं है. मल्टीनेशनल कंपनी वो बेंगलोर जैसा, बेंगलोर में है ना, हैदराबाद में है. यहाँ पे तो ऐसा वहाँ कंपनी में नहीं है. प्राइवेट में जाने के लिए कंपनी होना चाहिए, और जॉब गवर्नमेंट जॉब तो नहीं मिल रहा मैडम.
आई एम giving you an option to reach out to any political party which is going to come in the next few days. What would your expectations be from that?
Madam, we need a secular party. First of all, quality education. And also who completed the education, they give to job, madam. Okay. Job is the most important to secure our life.
Women also have a part of this one. They have to get an opportunity compared to men. We are also equal to men. They also need a chance over education system.
कौन सा भी सरकार आने दे मैडम, अच्छे तरफ से सरकार चलना, गरीबों को थोड़ा ध्यान से देखना, और ये बहुत रेट ज़्यादा बढ़ रहे हैं.
Inflation is one point.
हाँ, inflation मैडम, economic this side is economically weak मैडम.
Yeah.
So I am telling her, do not see only rich people.
And you can watch those conversations on our digital channels and our website news18.com as well. Time for us to slip into a very short break. We're coming back with lots more.
Kerala, where they have not actually invested anything for the youth of Kerala. The main problem of Kerala is unemployment, and the government has not taken any steps so far for solving this issue. The main income from the people are liquor and lottery sales. They have not started any projects, any new initiative in Kerala so far. But whereas we see in, Modi-led governments, state governments, we have seen that a lot of employment has been generated. And this is the main problem in Kerala. Not only the youth, even the aged people have to go outside Kerala, even to the Gulf regions to find jobs, leaving their family all behind. So the employment opportunity is sort of zil. It is absolutely, there is no opportunity there. So we need a government like BJP who is promoting many schemes like Startup India, skill development, so that the youth of Kerala can be also in this journey, Amrit Kal journey, where we are also part of the development of India.
I also want to ask you specifically, before I go to the other panelists, about this outreach to the Christian community. We saw the Prime Minister go to a church here in Delhi on Easter Sunday. Today, I believe, just moments ago, various leaders of the Christian community have met with him. For a party that is painted, at least by the opposition, as anti-minority, why are you making this outreach?
Why not? The Christians are part of our country. The Muslims are part of our country. Why can't the BJP, see the Hindutva image, what the other parties are giving to BJP, it is only from them. Whereas it is Bharatiya Janata Party. It is not Hindu Janata Party. It is RSS, it's Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh. It is not Hindu Swayamsevak Sangh. So Christians and Muslims are part of our nation. And it is, BJP is doing a good thing by going forward and removing this fear, removing this kind of negativity against the party, saying that we are against minorities. In fact, the party has done more for the minorities than for the majorities, I feel. Personally, I feel. So in this way, I think this is the right time for them to go and convey this message. Not only that, the Christians have been ignored in Kerala. The left and the Congress, as we know, the Congress fate is really, they're just sinking day by day in Kerala. So they don't have any stand there. The Christians don't have any stand there. The same way the CPM has always allied with the Muslims more than the Christians. So the Christians have nowhere to go.
Okay,
And,
so Sujata
BJP
Paul, respond to that. Two points. One that Shilpa Nair is making is that where do the Christians of Kerala go to? They've always been big backers of the Congress. Look at the state of the Congress party, not just in Kerala, but across the country. Why should they, A, waste their vote? And B, what has the Congress itself done to cultivate a new generation of leaders in that state? The biggest names that there were, the likes of an Umman Chandi or an A.K. Antony, even a K.M. Mani, who's not a Congress leader, but he's a Kerala Congress Mani leader. After that generation, the Congress has not made an effort to cultivate the second generation of Christian leadership, which is why a large section of the Christian community is disillusioned with the Congress, and therefore they're looking at avenues. The BJP is saying the BJP is an avenue.
Well, the BJP is looking for avenues to fool people, and that people of Kerala understand. I was amazed at what the Bharatiya Janata Party spokesperson was talking, because as far as the Christian community is concerned, they want to know why are churches in Madhya Pradesh, in Uttarakhand attacked. Why are there so many instances where minorities have been attacked? And since we're talking about Christians in particular, this really disturbs the Christian community. But of course, when you talk about startup India, skilled India, madam, you must tell us, where did Make in India go? It has just disappeared. You're saying that that the party has not done anything for the majority, not done enough for the majority as much as they have done for the minority. Well, you said it. The government has not done anything for anybody, because the BJP only knows one leader. So they want one nation, one leader, and everybody else to be subservient to them.
But
they
ma'am, you saw the
leader.
images. Sujata Paul, you saw the images earlier this evening of the Prime Minister being greeted with flower petals, that 2-kilometer walk that he did in Kochi, and the 50,000 people who attended his rally. Surely this would not have been possible of a BJP leader 5 years ago or even 10 years ago in the state of Kerala. But today, this is a politically significant event.
No, one must also remember that this is the Christian community which is welcoming the Prime Minister respectfully, and that is how the Prime Minister of the country should be welcomed. Are you trying to say that the people of Kerala, just because they are minorities, they should have been hurling stones like the Bharatiya Janata Party goons do? Well, that is not the way to do it. And I might as well remind you that Madam just mentioned unemployment as a major problem of Kerala. Well, the country is still waiting for the 2 crore jobs that were promised by the Bharatiya Janata Party government. Now it's 9 years and there are no jobs which people can speak about.
Okay.
And before
so
Corona,
let me go, ma'am, with your permission.
Unemployment of 45 years,
okay,
madam.
let me go to Smita Prakash of ANI. Smita, the issue for the BJP is they've got a very tough and a very competitive election in Karnataka that's coming up. They have not made the kind of inroads in southern India that they'd hoped to. They are hoping that they will do so in Telangana to some extent, possibly even Tamil Nadu. Why is expanding to the south such an important part of the BJP's strategy or plan for 2024, and how easy or difficult may that be if, and I know it's a big if, but if the BJP were to lose Karnataka?
So yes, I think Zaka, that you are right, that winning state or states in southern India is extremely important to the BJP, because they don't want any part of India to be seen as a no-go zone for the BJP, and they want to shed that.
Welcome back. Thanks a lot for staying with us. Now, the Bihar government has issued a notification on Monday to release 27 prisoners who've completed their life term of 14 years behind bars. Now, why is this important? It is pertinent to know that ex-MP Anand Mohan, who's believed to have a good Rajput vote bank, also finds his name on the list. This comes after an amendment of prison laws done by the state government recently. Now, the Bahubali leader Anand Mohan Singh was serving life imprisonment in connection with the lynching of IS officer G. Kishanaiya in Muzaffarpur in 1994. The BSP chief Mayawati and BJP has strongly criticized the Bihar government's move for the premature release of Anand Mohan Singh. Remember, the Nitish Kumar government on the 10th of April amended the Bihar Prison Manual 2012, removing the murder of a public servant on duty clause from the list, which has resulted in people like Anand Mohan Singh being released. Now, speaking exclusively to CNN News 18, Saurabh Rathore, Anand Mohan Singh said that he's completed his jail term in jail patiently. Let's listen in.
संक्षिप्त में बताएं आपका स्ट्रगल 15 साल से ऊपर आप जेल में रहे, कैसा स्ट्रगल था वो?
उसमें तो हम जेल में बैठे थे, मेरा कोई स्ट्रगल नहीं था, साथियों का था। जो भी हुआ हम इसको नियति का निर्णय मान के पूरे धैर्य से अपनी सजा को काट लिया। 14 साल से ज्यादा, 1.5 साल ज्यादा, और निर्गुण में सगुण तलाशने की कोशिश की, जिसका परिणाम हुआ ये आधे दर्जन से ज्यादा किताबें वहाँ मैंने लिख डाली।
क्या ये जो आपका अच्छा बिहेवियर था जेल में, ये क्या इसलिए था कि आपकी एक छवि बन गई थी? दोनों तरफ की छवि थी, एक क्रिमिनल की भी छवि थी, कहीं ना कहीं मसीहा की भी छवि थी।
ये जो हत्या हुई है, जिसको सुप्रीम कोर्ट का है, जो क्रिमिनल होगा उसको अटल जी क्यों जो है सो साथ बिठाएंगे, लालू जी क्यों साथ बिठाएंगे, नीतीश जी क्यों साथ बिठाएंगे, मोदी जी क्यों साथ बिठाएंगे? समझौता करने आए, समझौता हुआ, हम 7 चुनाव लड़े, 74 आंदोलन की उपज है हम लोग। जेपी आंदोलन से हम स्टार्ट हुए 17 साल से। फ्रीडम फाइटर परिवार है मेरा। यह क्रिमिनल कर सकता है क्या? लगातार सत्ता से कोई क्रिमिनल नहीं लड़ सकता है।
मायावती बीएसपी लीडर ने एक ट्वीट किया है, उसमें कहा है कि नीतीश कुमार का ये जो फैसला है वो दलित विरोधी फैसला है, पुनर्विचार करना चाहिए। कैसे देखते हैं इस ट्वीट को?
कौन मायावती? कहाँ की मायावती? मैं किसी मायावती को नहीं जानता, मैं कलावती को शुरू से जानता हूँ, बचपन से।
That this law was particularly amended to get Anand Mohan out of jail.
See, it is not the question of release of Anand Mohan. Along with Anand Mohan, 27 dreaded criminals who were sent to jail because of murder of the public servant, of the Sarkari Karamchari. This decision has been taken only to take benefit during the Lok Sabha elections. So once upon a time when Lalu Yadav was Chief Minister and Rabdi Devi, the criminals, they used to rule the roost in Bihar. Decision of Bihar government is unconstitutional, it is arbitrary, it is unnecessary, it is against the public interest, and Nitish Kumar should come before the public and say what was the basis of the decision, why this decision was taken. This was the same government, they brought about an amendment in 2016, and they amended the jail manual in which it was mentioned those people who are involved in rape with murder or with आतंकवादी घटना में हत्या, in तस्करी करने में हत्या, or those government employees who are on duty, if they are being murdered, they will not get any kind of remission or any kind of relief from the government. और अब केवल अपने राजनीतिक स्वार्थ के लिए वैसे लोगों को राहत दी जा रही है.
So before we bring in our colleagues and guests, let's our viewers help you understand what really has happened as far as what is this change of rule that has happened and which is that clause which is now been removed. So what does the new rule essentially state? It states that convicted prisoner undergoing sentence of life imprisonment and covered by the provisions of section 433A of the CRPC shall be eligible to be considered for a premature release from prison immediately after serving out of the sentence of 14 years of actual imprisonment, that is without the remissions. Now compare this of what the old rule was, where it said every convicted prisoner, whether male or female, undergoing sentence of life imprisonment and covered by the provisions of section 433 of the CRPC shall be eligible to be considered for premature release only after undergoing imprisonment of 20 years, including remissions. Let's also now first bring in our colleague Saurabh Rathore, who in fact has been keeping a close eye on all those developments. Now, this change of clause that has happened, or the removal of clause that has happened, has resulted into a massive political war of words, with the opposition now asking what really is happening as far as Bihar is concerned. What is the rationale that has been given as far as the state government is concerned, and how are they responding to the criticism?
See, the rationale that has been given by the state government is that it was a collective decision of the Home Department, the Law Department, as well as some retired judges were there which took the decision, and it was an arbitrary, it was a decision that was made, was arbitrary is what BJP is claiming, saying that it will embolden the criminals, because the fear to attack government officers will be gone in the minds of the criminals. Whereas the state government, they are clarifying, they are saying that he had already served his life term, and that was because of 481(1)(a) section of the Bihar jail manual, he was not able to come out. But now, because the committee has taken the decision, he is free to go out of prison. This is not well taken by the BJP in the state, Ridhima, because they we heard Sushil Modi, he said that it was a very unconstitutional, arbitrary and anti-Dalit decision that was taken by the government, and he very smoothly he did not target Anand Mohan. Instead, he said that all those 27 prisoners who are coming out, they are a danger to the society because they are involved in a very heinous crimes, and because of that they were in the jail. Now, because 2024 elections are coming, the BJP and other political analysts, they are alleging that it was because of the vote bank politics such rules were changed here in Bihar, and also the whole process that took place here was because to appease the Rajput votes as well, because Rajput Bhumiyars, these are upper caste votes, and Rajput particularly constitute 4% of the vote share in the total population of Bihar. So many are saying that to appease Rajput votes, to appease upper class votes, Nitish Kumar has taken this decision.
Saurabh, we leave the conversation there. Thanks a lot for getting us all those details. Let's also now bring in our guest from the JDU. We have Lav Kumar joining us on the broadcast. We also have political analyst Vinay Singh. लव जी, मैं पहले आपसे शुरू करना चाहती हूँ. मैं आपसे समझना चाहती हूँ कि किस तरह का एक मैसेजिंग सेट किया जा रहा है स्टेट गवर्नमेंट में, या जिस तरह के क्रिमिनल्स हैं या डॉन्स हैं उन लोगों के लिए ये जो एक पूरी क्लॉज हटा दी गई है, उसका क्या कारण है?
देखिए, सबसे बड़ी बात है कि जेल में लोगों का व्यवहार देखा जाता है और वहां से जो रिपोर्ट आती है उसके आधार पर इनकी सजा माफ की जाती है. तो आनंद मोहन जी का जो जेल मैनुअल में व्यवहार रहा वो बहुत ही अच्छा रहा. उन्होंने 6 किताबें लिखी वहां पढ़ के. उनकी लिखी हुई किताबों में से एक कविताएं पाठ्यक्रम में भी ली गई. इतनी स्तरीय किताबें लिखी है उन्होंने, और उनके व्यवहार के आधार पर ये सभी सरकारें करती है. बिहार सरकार इकलौती ऐसी सरकार तो है नहीं जिसने सजा में माफी दी है, और कई लोगों को माफी दिया गया. एक आनंद मोहन ही नहीं है, 11वें नंबर पर इनका नाम है. बाकी कई लोग ऐसे थे जिनको माफी के लायक समझा गया, माफी दिया गया है प्रिया जी. और यही काम अगर गुजरात में होता है तो उसको सदाचारी बताया जाता है बलात्कारियों को. ये डॉन की बात भाषा कहां से, जिसको सजा दी है कोर्ट के सजा के बाद जो 15 साल का एक लंबा पीरियड है, उसमें जो इनके व्यवहार जेल में जिस तरह का आचरण देखा गया उसके आधार पर
नहीं, आप मुझे एक चीज बताइए लव कुमार जी, जो आनंद मोहन है वो एक क्रिमिनल है, एक डॉन है. उन्होंने एक IAS ऑफिसर की हत्या करी थी, इसलिए ही वो जेल के पीछे थे. तो अब ऑपोजिशन का ये कहना है कि अगर ऐसे क्लॉजेस हटा दिए जाएंगे तो पहली एक चीज, क्या भय रहेगा जमीन पर? उनका ये मानना है कि नहीं रहेगा. जो क्रिमिनल्स हैं, डॉन्स हैं, उनको लगेगा कि हम कुछ भी कर सकते हैं, हम जल्द बाहर आ जाएंगे. दूसरी चीज ये है कि ऐसा कोई आर्बिट्री या कोइंसिडेंटल डिसीजन नहीं है, ऐसा ऑपोजिशन का कह रही है. उनका ये मानना है कि बिकॉज आनंद मोहन जैसे जो लोग हैं उनका राजपूत और बाकी उस पर काफी इन्फ्लुएंस है, इसलिए ये सरकार ने डिसीजन लिया है. तो काफी पॉलिटिक्स को देखते हुए डिसीजन लिया गया है.
नहीं रिद्धिमा जी, चुनाव से जस्ट पहले जो गुजरात में डिसीजन लिया गया था, बिल्किस बानो और उनके अपराधियों को जो सदाचारी बताकर उनके हिसाब से छोड़ा जाता, तो वो बहुत अच्छा है. अपोजिशन को उसमें कहीं कोई बुराई नहीं दिखती, वहां किसी को भी कोई बुराई नहीं दिखती. यहाँ जितने लोगों को छोड़ा गया, आपने देखा होगा कि उनका व्यवहार कैसा है. कुछ लोग 90 वर्ष के पार हैं, कुछ 78 वर्ष, कुछ 80 वर्ष के लोग हैं. ऐसे लोगों के साथ एक डिसीजन लिया गया है और सरकार सहानुभूति पूर्वक इसको विचार करती है. अरे पहले भी होते रहा है, कई लोगों को राष्ट्रपति से भी माफी मिला है. तो ऐसी स्थिति में जो सरकार की कामें हैं, जो कार्य है, उस पर कोई प्रश्न चिन्ह उठा सकता है. प्रश्न चिन्ह उठाने वाले बहुत सारे लोग होते हैं जो अपने अपने फायदे के हिसाब से कहते हैं. तो क्या मैं इस बात को समझूं कि उस समय चुनाव के पहले जो रिलीज किया गया था उतने लोगों को गुजरात में वो चुनाव से जोड़कर लिया गया था? उस पर किसी भी तरह का कोई डिबेट नहीं हुआ. रिद्धिमा जी, ये एक नई तरह का प्रोपगंडा करना चाह रहे हैं. इतने लोगों को रिलीज किया गया, उसमें एक आनंद मोहन जी दिख रहे हैं.
नहीं, आनंद मोहन जी तो काफी और भी रीजंस की वजह से सामने आ रहे हैं। नीतीश कुमार जो थे और बाकी जो बाकी लोग थे, उन्होंने आनंद मोहन के बेटे की एंगेजमेंट में भी अटेंड करा, वो पिक्चर्स भी मीडिया के सामने आई थी। तो इसलिए ऑपोजिशन का कहना है कि काफी सोच समझ के डिसीजन लिया गया और बड़े स्मार्टली क्लॉज को हटाया गया है एक टाइमिंग देखते समय। बट लेट मी ब्रिंग इन Binay Singh also in the conversation. Now, Binay, the argument that's coming in as far as the JDU and others are concerned, they're saying that a lot of state governments do this. You take a look as far as the behavior of a particular convict is concerned, and if you feel that there has been a considerable change as far as the behavior in the convict is concerned, then in many occasions this jail term is in fact reduced. So why is politics being created out of it?
No. Let us look at this case of Anand Mohan in a very different perspective. Actually, the same Lalu Prasad Yadav and Nitish Kumar were opposed to Anand Mohan. And that has led Anand Mohan to go into prison to get him convicted. The government went to the High Court and then to the Supreme Court. So the same Nitish Kumar and the same Lalu Yadav now feels that there is a political advantage of getting Anand Mohan out of prison. So they are doing so. But some days back when Anand Mohan was sent to jail, this was the same politics because they felt that Anand Mohan being in prison will be more suitable for them. So yes, it was politics then and it is politics today. And as far as the state governments are concerned, yes, they do have rights to amend the jail manual. And when a life term is there, 20 years mean 14 years. After remissions, nearly 6 years are, minus from the total of the sentence. So, but there is a tweak, there is an amendment, and not only Anand Mohan, but along with him, I think nearly more than 2 dozens of other people, they have been benefited and they are on the bail now. So it was politics then, and it is, yes, it is politics today. It is nothing more than a politics.
You feel it is politics, but लव जी, मैं आपसे एक चीज और समझना चाहती हूँ। आज काफी सारे पॉलिटिकल रिएक्शंस आए हैं। सुशील मोदी ने रिएक्ट करा है, मायावती ने भी काफी स्ट्रांगली रिएक्ट करा है। मायावती ने एक चीज कही है, मैं उस पर आपका रिएक्शन समझना चाहूंगी। उन्होंने कहा है ये प्रो क्रिमिनल और एंटी दलित है। आप कैसे देखते हैं उस तरह का क्रिटिसिज्म को?
मुझे लगता है कि
वन सेक लव कुमार जी,
फेडरल स्ट्रक्चर में सबको अपनी बात कहने का अधिकार है और मैं किसी के बात पर कोई टिप्पणी नहीं करना चाहता। मैं सिर्फ इतना जानता हूं कि जेल मैनुअल के हिसाब से पहले भी लोगों को माफी दे जाती रही है और आनंद मोहन जी एमएलए रहे हैं, 2-2, 3-3 टर्म एमपी रहे हैं। और आपने जिस तरह की बात की, उनकी पत्नी लवली आनंद जी एमपी रही हैं, वो हमारे यहाँ, मैं नवीनगर से हूँ, नवीनगर के एमएलए भी रहे हैं। हम लोगों ने उनका व्यवहार देखा है। और जेल में आप बैठकर आप देखिए, किताबें लिखना कोई आसान काम है नहीं है रिद्धिमा जी। 6 किताबें लिखी, इसका मतलब उन्होंने
एक कॉन्विक्ट जेल में क्या करता है उससे बाहर जो लोग हैं उनको कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा। आज आप उस आईएएस ऑफिसर की फैमिली से बात करिए। हमारी कॉलीग ने उनकी फैमिली और परिवार से भी बात करा, उनसे आप समझिए, वो कह रहे हैं कि हमें तो अब लगता है कि लॉ एंड ऑर्डर और जस्टिस कुछ है ही नहीं, क्योंकि अगर ऐसे ही रेमिशंस मिलते रहे, ऐसे ही क्लॉजेज अगर हटा दी गई तो फिर जस्टिस नामक कोई चीज बचती ही नहीं है।
ये रिद्धिमा जी, बिहार में पूरी तरह से जीरो टॉलरेंस की सरकार है। लेकिन मैंने तो कहा ना कि कई राज्यों के सैकड़ों उदाहरण ऐसे हैं जो राष्ट्रपति महोदय के द्वारा भी कई लोगों को माफी दिया गया है, किसी ने प्रश्न चिन्ह नहीं उठाया। आज अकेले आनंद मोहन जी को माफी नहीं दी गई है, बिहार में कई लोगों को माफी दी गई है और कई लोग अलग अलग तरह के केसेस में थे। तो सब लोगों के साथ, चूंकि आज कोई 15 साल पहले अपने जेल में काट लेता है तो पूरा एक जीवन तो काट ही लेता है जेल में, जिसके बाद से पूरी जवानी अगर जेल में काट लिया और उसके बाद उसका व्यवहार अच्छा है, जब किसको माफी दी जाती है? जो जेल में जितने भी ऐसे लोगों को माफी दी गई, उनके जेलर से जो रिपोर्ट आता है, फीडबैक आता है, जेल मैनुअल के हिसाब से उनको माफी दी जा सकती है। सजा के बाद अगर किसी को एक माफी होती है तो उसमें बिल्कुल रिद्धिमा जी ये प्रोविजन है कि जेल में उनका व्यवहार देखा जाता है और जेल में उनका व्यवहार को इतना अच्छा पाया गया, इसके हिसाब से सारे लोगों को, जितने लोग हैं उन लोगों को माफी दी गई।
अच्छा, तो आपका कहना है कि कोई ऐसे स्पेशल ट्रीटमेंट नहीं करा गया है, जो अपडेट जेल से आई आपने उस पर ये डिसीजन ले लिया। बट अनफॉर्चुनेटली पॉलिटिक्स हैज इरप्टेड एज फार एज this entire removal of clause is concerned. Many now training guns as far as the Nitish Sarkar is concerned, asking that is politics actually now taking center stage and everything else has taken a back seat. I'll wrap the discussion there. I'd like to thank all our guests. We're slipping into a very short break. We're coming back with lots more.
The Congress has not made an effort to cultivate the second generation of Christian leadership, which is why a large section of the Christian community is disillusioned with the Congress, and therefore they're looking at avenues. The BJP is saying the BJP is an avenue.
Well, the BJP is looking for avenues to fool people, and that people of Kerala understand. I was amazed at what the Bharatiya Janata Party spokesperson was talking, because as far as the Christian community is concerned, they want to know why are churches in Madhya Pradesh, in Uttarakhand attacked. Why are there so many instances where minorities have been attacked? And since we're talking about Christians in particular, this really disturbs the Christian community. But of course, when you talk about startup India, skilled India, madam, you must tell us, where did Make in India go? It has just disappeared. You're saying that that the party has not done anything for the majority, not done enough for the majority as much as they have done for the minority. Well, you said it. The government has not done anything for anybody, because the BJP only knows one leader. So they want one nation, one leader, and everybody else to be subservient to them.
But
they
ma'am, you saw the images.
Please.
Sujata Paul, you saw the images earlier this evening of the Prime Minister being greeted with flower petals, that 2-kilometer walk that he did in Kochi, and the 50,000 people who attended his rally. Surely this would not have been possible of a BJP leader 5 years ago or even 10 years ago in the state of Kerala. But today, this is a politically significant event.
No, one must also remember that this is the Christian community which is welcoming the Prime Minister respectfully, and that is how the Prime Minister of the country should be welcomed. Are you trying to say that the people of Kerala, just because they are minorities, they should have been hurling stones like the Bharatiya Janata Party goons do? Well, that is not the way to do it. And I might as well remind you that Madam just mentioned unemployment as a major problem of Kerala. Well, the country is still waiting for the 2 crore jobs that were promised by the Bharatiya Janata Party government. Now it's 9 years and there are no jobs which people can speak about.
Okay.
And before Corona,
ma'am, with your permission,
unemployment of 45 years,
okay,
madam.
let me go to Smita Prakash of ANI. Smita, the issue for the BJP is they've got a very tough and a very competitive election in Karnataka that's coming up. They have not made the kind of inroads in southern India that they'd hoped to. They are hoping that they will do so in Telangana to some extent, possibly even Tamil Nadu. Why is expanding to the south such an important part of the BJP's strategy or plan for 2024, and how easy or difficult may that be if, and I know it's a big if, but if the BJP were to lose Karnataka?
So yes, I think Zaka, that you are right, that winning state or states in southern India is extremely important to the BJP, because they don't want any part of India to be seen as a no-go zone for the BJP, and they want to shed that image of it being a Hindi party, a Hindi language party, or a north-based party. Just like, if you remember, in the 90s, they had this image of being a Baniya kind of a party, a Hindu Baniya party, a shopkeepers party. These are the kind of epithets that used to be used for the BJP, that, the same way that it's a Hindu majority party, doesn't look at non-Hindu areas. But, they proved that wrong by getting into states in the northeast. People used to say northeast mein to BJP aa hi nahi sakti, and somehow they managed to make inroads out there. How they do it is a different matter. Now, as far as South India is concerned, it's always been a thorn in the flesh. They haven't been able to make inroads there because regional parties are very strong in southern India. In Karnataka, they are there, but very precarious situation, as we know. Now, as far as Kerala is concerned, they've been making strong attempts before the 2024 Lok Sabha elections. Now, Prime Minister Modi is the central focus of the campaign by the party. But this outreach to the Christian community is very interesting. And I don't believe that this the outpouring that you saw today is just hospitality, as the Congress spokesperson would have us believe. They have been trying to reach out to the Christian missionaries, and they've also been trying to reach out to the youth of the state. The campaign in Kerala has also, been towards beyond ideological issues. As the clip that you played just now of Prime Minister Modi saying that, tired ideological battles is something of the past. Think about something new. So the new is going to be about development agenda, and that is why this Vande Bharat or that Yuvam program that they have, they want to reach out to those disgruntled youth who have moved away from the Congress-led UDF. So they want to bring those people into the BJP. So there seems to be some kind of a change, a minor change maybe, but the Congress is kind of confident that despite Mr. Modi being there, once Rahul gets into this outreach mode in the month of May, Rahul will be able to negate whatever impact Mr. Modi has done. We are that confident in Rahul Gandhi in Kerala.
Sujata, let me start with, Shilpa Nair of the BJP. The BJP has been a third player in the state of Kerala, where it's always alternated between the CPM and the Congress. Why should the people of Kerala give the BJP a chance? A party that has not got more than 10 to 12% vote share. Even in the last assembly elections, you had capped out about 12% vote share. In a triangular fight, any party that hopes to win needs to get...
Welcome back. Thanks a lot for staying with us. Now, amid the internal conflict in Sudan, India has launched Operation Kaveri to rescue the stranded Indians from the violence-hit country. The Prime Minister said it would be supervised by a son of Kerala, Union Minister of State for External Affairs, V. Muralidharan. First batch of stranded Indians have left Sudan under Operation Kaveri. Around 500 Indians reached Port Sudan, out of which 278 people on board the INS Sumedha, which has departed Port Sudan for Jeddah. As the evacuation continues, we are now understanding another Navy ship, the INS Teg, is also reaching for evacuation of stranded Indians in Sudan. Now remember, this now makes it the second Indian Navy ship which has been deployed under Operation Kaveri.
साथियों, सूडान में गृह युद्ध के कारण हमारे अनेकों देशवासी फंसे हैं। हमने ऑपरेशन कावेरी का अभियान शुरू किया है और वहां से हमारे लोगों को सुरक्षित लाने का काम प्रारंभ हो चुका है और उसकी निगरानी के लिए हमारी केरल की ही संतान और मेरी सरकार के मंत्री मुरलीधरन जी को मैं उसकी निगरानी के लिए वहां भेज रहा हूं ताकि ऑपरेशन कावेरी बहुत तेज गति से हम सफलतापूर्वक पूर्ण करें।
What all details you have right now regarding the evacuation which is currently underway?
There are estimated about 3,000 Indian citizens are stranded in Sudan. Some of them have been staying in Sudan for some time. The Ministry of External Affairs of India have shown a great concern about their citizens in Sudan. Have been in constant contact with our authorities in Sudan, and the response is very high. The Sudanese government and Sudan armed forces are very keen to make the return of Indian citizens to their home and to their countries, to their families, safe and soon. The Sudan government and Sudanese armed forces are 100% committed in this, in bringing back or helping and facilitating bringing back Indian citizens to their home country. But we all understand the situation in Sudan, and in that regard, Sudanese armed forces, Sudanese government will do its best to provide a safe corridor for all foreigners, including Indians.
Welcome everyone. Thanks a lot for staying with us. You're watching Plain Speak with me, Shivani Gupta. The row over Muslim quota is intensifying. Karnataka government today informed the Supreme Court that no action has been taken yet on their decision to scrap 4% Muslim reservation in the state. Later, the top court ordered that status quo must be maintained till 9th May. Remember, elections are due in Karnataka for May 10. Any major decision by the court a day before could have an impact on voting. Meanwhile, Union Home Minister Amit Shah today lauded Karnataka government for taking that decision to scrap the Muslim quota and redistribute it to Vokkaligas and Lingayats. Home Minister has also slammed the Congress party for appeasement politics after they promised to bring back this Muslim quota if voted to power. Not only this, on Monday, remember, Amit Shah sounded the poll bugle in Telangana as well, promising to scrap the Muslim reservation in the state if voted